Welcome back to the Anthony Lee Crypto channel. We are live. How are we this morning? New Year's Eve. Yes. It is finally the end of the year. How did everybody do this year? Did y'all have a good year? Y'all have big plans for the New Year's? We're going to dive into the Bitcoin price. We are in our red box, our red target box, given to the VIP Discord in advance. Are you short? I have shorted this box twice. I let the Discord know that I was shorting it here, and I just shorted it here. So let's see what happens. But we'll get to all that in the morning. Let's see who's here. Thanos, morning, brother. Morning, brother. Well, you got to be in a trade. I know you're in a trade somewhere. Let me know what's up. Salt Chain, yo, morning's up. Morning, brother. Morning. Good to see you here. Happy New Year's, Hawkborn. Good to see you guys. Bitcoin moving down a little bit. We're going to talk about it. We're in a short. We gave these shorts in the VIP Discord, so I know some of you got to be in shorts. Let's take a look. Got in a short from a box last night, but that's old news. Let's see, I shorted this morning. Early this morning, I don't know where it is, but there's our card. No, that was the long. I don't remember. I shorted twice. And then I told them, here was my day trade areas. Get my day trade areas, the boxes, and then just TP1 on my short trade. Came right under our red box. I told them how I was managing it. When I TP1, told them where my TP2 was. All that good stuff. So let's see what we got for the day. That is short one, 325 bucks. Short two, 296 bucks. So we're up 600 bucks on the day. And our total from yesterday, we finished with 1136 on the day yesterday. So 1100 bucks yesterday. We're up 600 bucks on the day today, and we are getting started. Bitcoin is dumping, pumping, rocking, and rolling. Let's see what we got. John is short. Good job, brother. We gave this box in advance, guys. Uh-oh, there's alert. That means we're moving down. Gave this in advance, guys, today. And this is our box we're in right here. We gave it to you right at the top of the free money zone. Same area we rejected from before. Right there. We're falling out of it now, guys. A little low margin short here. We're in it, though. You can see a little low margin short, guys. I'm going to manage this just a little bit. I didn't get the best entry on this. I was getting set up to go live, so I did not get the best entry. I know better, but it is what it is. See if we can dump this thing on down. Yeah, so we're in a red box. We're in a short, our second short of the day. We're up 600 bucks, and we're ready to rock. Guys, we had some jobs report come out. First of all, look at all this. Everybody's closed today except the U.S. The same thing happened on Christmas Eve, and the U.S. absolutely ripped it in any which direction they wanted. I think they ripped it in both directions because there's no real volume to stop them. All the major markets are closed. But we did have a jobless report. Initial jobless claims report came out about an hour ago, and it was green. You see green, that means bullish for the US dollar, bearish for crypto assets. That means unemployment is going down, which you would think would be good for the economy, and maybe it is, but it is bearish for assets. So as soon as it came out, we got a big rip to the down. So let me drop to the 1 minute and show you that candle. I say big, it wasn't huge. Right here, this big red candle right here. As soon as the report came out, boom, big bearish, fake out, right into the bull divs, the old bull divs here. You got bullish divergence, you can see it. This is when I exited my trade. I was in a short trade from the red box. You got lower lows in price action, higher lows of momentum. Exited the trade. Good exit. I should have flipped long, but I didn't. Uh-oh. Thanos is short. Good job, brother. Good job. I think I just screwed up, guys. I think I just messed up. I did. I closed my trade. I closed my trade. I didn't mean to close my trade. I was on the other screen. I was trying to set a stop loss at entry, and I must have typed in the wrong number. I closed my trade. Well, we're out of the trade. What did we do on the trade? I hope we didn't lose on the trade. I made 33 bucks. We're fine. All right, so we're up about I think about 650 on the day. All good, and we'll look for our next trade, guys. I like to start fresh with you anyway, so we're all good. We're gonna do a little different today. I'm gonna go through we're gonna look for our trades here like we usually do, but I'm gonna go through some macro TA, kind of see where the year is and how we finish, and what we can kind of anticipate going forward into next year. So we're gonna zoom out today and kind of see what the price action looks like. We don't do that very often on this stream, but I think we should. I do it myself, and I give it to the VIP Discord, and I give you these nifty little red and green boxes, but we're going to do that today on stream, just a little bit different. Guys, we're going to give away $500. It's a New Year's giveaway, okay? Here's what you have to do. All you have to do, 3 things you have to do. 3 quick things. You should do it in 3 minutes or less if you haven't done it already. We're going to give away $500 on this stream today live. What I want you to do, first of all, whoa, hey, there he is, West Coast. What's up, bro? So I want you to thumbs up the video. Okay, that's super simple. Everybody can do that. Secondly, this is a KCEX giveaway. Although I'm going to send the USDT to your wallet, we're doing this KCEX qualification. So you have to have signed up for KCEX using my link. Okay, this link is to benefit you. I'm spamming chat right now. $570 free if you register with them and do a couple little easy things. And the lowest trading fees you'll ever find. I think those of you that have been here enough have seen our folks vouch for it. So if you're registered for KCEX, if you're not, go ahead and do it now. It'll take you 2 minutes. Once you've done that, and if you've already done that, put a 1 in the chat. So a 1 in the chat if you've already done it. And if you're doing it now, as soon as you get done, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you've registered using the KCEX link there, and you will automatically be qualified for the $500 giveaway we're going to do today on stream. I'm going to give it away. But go ahead and do that, guys. Take a couple minutes while we're waiting on the U.S. market to open. It opens in 2 minutes. You could have it registered within 2 minutes. Guaranteed. And then come back, thumbs up the video, put a 1 in the chat, and I'll add you to the Wheel of Destiny. Uh-oh. I clicked a button somewhere. I'm not good at buttons. Look at all these 1s coming in. I'm gonna add a couple of y'all right now. We're just waiting a couple minutes here. Market Cipher Trading, what's going on? Look at all these 1s coming in. West Coast, Salt Chain, Aeons. Am I saying that right? You may have to give me a little enunciation in chat. Look at all these 1s. Okay, guys, if you're registering, go ahead, take your time. We've got 1 more minute before the U.S. market opens. Then we're going to look for a move. Good short trade, guys. Some of you, a lot of you in the Discord, a lot of you message me, and I try to message all of you back, but a lot of you are loving the scalp trading, but there's a couple people who are kind of struggling with the scalping because it's so quick, and I get it. You shouldn't enter a scalp in advance. You have to wait for the reaction that you're looking for. It needs to be on a lower time frame for the real scalps, like the 1 minute. And so sometimes it's quick in and out. You got to be quick with your stop loss, quick with your TPs. It's tough. So a lot of you are wanting a little more day trading, which I give everyone in the VIP Discord. So for those of you who have expressed more interest in that, I hope you took the red box. That's what I gave it to you for. So you should all be in this short right now. Not only did I give it to you, you know that I go in to the Discord and I say, that I just took the short or I just took the long, whatever the case may be. And sometimes I even get on the VIP chat with you guys and tell you, who was I talking to last night? Thanos and Joe, and I was calling play-by-play like a sports play-by-play. Just rejected a 0.5 fib, going to TP quickly. TP, I've hit TP 1 and 2 on the original, and I added to it. I think this is the one we made $300 on, so I was giving you full play-by-play as I was going through it. So if you're not really sure how to manage a trade and you're in it, I'm in the dugout managing with you guys. So that's how we do it here. I'm out of this short trade sheerly by accident, guys, but I would have TP'd already, okay? We've come and recovered 50% of this vector candle. So far, it's been bullish momentum all morning, although we are in the U.S. reversal zone, and I do think we're fixing to get a big old U.S. market dump. I would have already TP'd because so far it's been nothing but bullish. U.S. market is open. See what they do. We're going to drop down to 5 minute. I know it's a little cluttered chart. You can see this trend line. We've been riding this trend line up, guys. We've been riding this trend line up for since like all day yesterday. Since last night. I don't know Wednesday. I don't even know what is today. Wednesday. We've been riding this up since Monday. If we break this trend line, you see all these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. You already know, guys. We've talked about this 1,000 times. If we break this trend line and we come into like this right here, this wick, you're going to create a chain reaction of gunpowder all the way down to take all of this out. You could see one of these candles right here, literally. So, will we get that? That's what we're looking for today. But we're not going to front run it. U.S. market is open. We're waiting for the 845 reaction. That's usually the true reaction. Got a little box here, green box on VWAP. So I'm aware of the possible fake out. It's possible if we're going to continue up here. We got targets to the upside, guys. That we could come down right here to VWAP and then boom, spring out of there and go take some of this upside stuff. Guys, we still all week have not taken the Asia high, and it's way up here, 90,373, guys. Nor have we taken the Asia low down here at 86,790. One of these gets hit today. I'm calling it. Pat Venus, you already know. You already know. Adding you onto the wheel right now. Pat Venus, 39. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, before we jump into this TA here, we're giving away $500 on stream today. If you haven't already, you can go right now, hit the link that I'm posting right now in chat, register for this KCEX. It'll be the best trading exchange you've ever had, I guarantee it. Register there, come back once you've registered with that link and put a 1 in chat, and you will be added to this giveaway that we're going to do today on stream. Regardless, I guarantee you, whether you win the money or not, it is the best exchange you will ever see. Save the Republic is in there. My main man. I know Save the Republic, who likes day trading, shorted this red box. I know it. I know it. All right, guys, let's mark out our first 5-minute candle. Let's mark out our first 5-minute candle as it closes right now. Zoom in here a little bit. Dummy me closed out accidentally my short I was in from the dang red box. Usually I manage my trade right here in front of you guys so you can see it, but we were getting started and I had to go through some things with you, so I tried to manage it over here and quickly I must have typed in the wrong stop loss number because it closed my trade immediately. By the way, I was targeting VWAP. VWAP is my target. I had already TP1 though, but VWAP was my target. I would TP2 there and then move my stop loss down into profit. So we're coming up on VWAP now. So if you're in this trade, we could come hit VWAP pretty quick here. Watch for VWAP. We'll actually be looking for a bounce here at VWAP. Possible long trade, maybe not. It is not an automatic entry trade. Coming down to it now, guys. Just tag the VWAP. If you're in that short, do what you want, but I would have TP'd. Do we get along here? I don't see any bullish divergence yet. We're at that trend line too, guys. We're at that big trend line, so this is a good resistance area. This is a good place to take profit. Cat, good morning. Fighting this trend line, fighting VWAP right now. Let's see what happens. We're gonna blast through. There it is, right into our green box. I would not longing this yet. No trade yet. Good short trade, guys, from the dang red box. That dang red box every time. U.S. market is open, and they are doing exactly what we called for. Big old dump Ola, guys. You know how we call this, right? Let's not speak too quick. They could pump it up out of here, and I look like a fool. Let's wait. Red dot on the hourly. Probably going to get a red dot on the 90 minutes. Here in about 20 minutes. John says, awesome short. Yeah, man. John, TP1. Yeah. I know you got that in Discord. I saw you in there. I got your message. Good job. Guys, it didn't get more precise than that. If we start taking some of these wicks, guys, we're fixing to rip to the downside, but not yet. Well, you know, we've changed market structure in lower time frames. I was talking with someone about this yesterday. Drop down to the 1 minute time frame, 3 minute time frame, lower time frames like that. We've changed market structure. You can see it clear as day. Higher lows, higher highs. Then all of a sudden you get the low, you get a high. Now you got a lower low. So you change market structure. Should do something like this if you don't just continue straight down from here, right? Change market structure. You're now bearish on the lower time frames, but it doesn't mean ginormous move down, because if we go up to something like the 90-minute time frame, we have not yet changed market structure. That would be down here, okay? So you could still come all the way down here and still technically be bullish on a more medium-term time frame. But it doesn't matter if you're short from here. This is a heck of a trade down to here. Which I was, and I closed it. And we're bouncing from the green box, but we didn't take this trade yet. We got a few more minutes before 8:45. Don't get burned here, guys. Be patient. Thanos, my man, hit TP1 and 2. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Good job. I don't want to call Thanos out, but I called Thanos aside yesterday, and we did a live Zoom just on me because he's expressed, and I'm telling you guys, I just want to help you, okay? I'm going to make my money either way. It's not what it's about for me. I want you guys to be successful, and Thanos has reached out to me several times, and I feel like he's anxious to learn, and so I said, dude, let's jump on a Zoom. So we jumped on a Zoom, and I just answered questions. We had audio, video going, both of us, and he just fired off questions, and we walked through scenarios, and as far as I know, this is your first trade since that, and you've already TP1 and TP2. Good job, man. Now to just control that FOMO, and you're gonna be all right. You got it. You got what it takes. You know what to do. Psychology, guys. So much psychological, so much. For example, when you break market structure right here, it's one of the big things we covered. You break market structure right, smaller time frame, we're scalping, okay? Day trade's different. Not really, but kind of. So you broke market structure here, right? So as soon as you broke, a lot of people want to short. You're like, oh, we changed, we're bearish market structure. You understand we broke bearish. You want to short right here. Boom, you want to short. Well, the problem is, it's probably about the time you're going to bounce. Not always, but you are. And you're going to come back up here somewhere. And the whole time you're in drawdown, freaking out psychologically, panicking, probably close out for a loss about the time they roll it back over. Because it's got to be lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, so on and so forth, right? So when you see the break, great. That doesn't mean FOMO in. That means look for the retrace, because you know we flip bearish. Now, it's not 100%. They could rip this thing to 100 grand right now if they wanted to, but that's how it's done. That's the higher probability setup. If you miss the top, don't chase this. Wait till you break market structure. Wait for the retrace. How do you get a retrace? You throw a fib on there. Throw a fib on, or if there's like a volume spike or some other level, a point of control, a VWAP, you can come back and hit that. Throw a fib on there. I'm looking for the 382.5, maybe even up to the 786. Golden pocket, somewhere in there. But you throw a fib on here, we've broken market structure, and so far, we've just came and back tested VWAP. So we could continue down from here, but I'm not taking this yet. I would want a little more. Let's check the 382. I would want a little more. You can even come back test these lines. I would at least want this. You got to be able to eyeball this too sometimes. I would at least want to back test these lows right here that we found support from, flip them into resistance, and then continue down. If not all the way up into this 382. But there's really no vector candles. And be careful if you come up higher, if you come up above this, if you come up into the golden pocket, you're going to come into this entire wall right here that you could easily rip through. So be careful there. The trade for me would be right here. Possibly 382. I don't want to go any higher than that, because you're going to come and you can easily liquidate all these really fast. So my trade would be to enter at the white line or the 382, and if we come above the 0.5, I'm closing my trade. That would be my stop loss for me. So don't FOMO in, guys. It creates panic. And you don't want to be stressed. If you stress too much, you're going to lose. You're going to make bad decisions. I'm going to set alert right here. I'm going to set alert at the bottom of, right here where those resistance markers are. And I'm going to set one at the 382. Got 845 coming up here in just a minute, guys. Minute and a half. Yeah, Thanos, you're welcome. You're welcome. I hope it helped, man. Cat says, so cool. Love hearing it. You're going to kill it, Thanos. Yeah, I really think Thanos has got it if he can control the emotions, but I'm not picking on him. That goes for all of us. Got any more ones in the chat, guys? We're going to do a giveaway here in just a little bit. That's our 844 timer, meaning we got 1 minute to our 845. Usual big move. So we're ready for it, guys. Creating some bull divs here in 1 minute. You see it? Slight, very small. Very small. Let's see, we got on a little larger, 15 minute, 12 minutes. You see it though? Very, very slight, but this is where it starts. You start with the micro moves. We're creating some higher highs and momentum. As of now, lower lows. This might be a good long opportunity, guys. $8:45 coming up in 2 seconds. Looking at 3 minutes. Fighting VWAP. If we can flip through VWAP, it might be a good long scalp, long opportunity. So far, no good. Look like a slap of VWAP and maybe continuation down, guys. Still creating even bigger bull divs, though. Ooh, got the yellow X, guys. Coming right into that volume spike. This could be a good long opportunity. I don't know. This thing looks like it wants to push. Got the red dots on Bjorn as soon as this candle opened. Rebounding off the volume spike. I erased the other white line. Let's see. Go with 5 minute. Remark that out. There it is. Yeah, West Coast Yellow X on Cyber. I saw that. That is the 8:45 open as always. Big market manipulated move for sure. I'd like to long this back up for a retrace continuation down. I would like to see the retrace continuation down. We got no retrace on this yet. My goal would be a retrace continuation down. This could be our long right here. Although the bigger move is going to be the short. If you're not comfortable with fast moves, the bigger move will be the short if we get a retrace continuation down. John closed it too soon. No. Good job, though. Nothing wrong with taking profit. Good job. We're going to take a look at some bigger picture stuff in just a second, guys. We're just trying to look for this trade right here. Good move down. I hope you day traders took our red box short because it is pumping to the downside. Don't FOMO in here though, guys. I wouldn't. We're going to bounce at some point. We're leaving a lot of vectors behind here. These will get recovered. None of these have been touched at all. Got that 90-minute red dot just showed up on Bjorn. All right, we can watch this. Let's get on over, though, and do some macro TA here, guys. So a little macro stuff. Let's erase some stuff here. We'll keep an eye on this. Going over the weekly, let's try to figure out where we're headed. Everybody's kind of wondering where we're headed. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious we're in a bear market right now, even though we haven't really changed the macro on the weekly yet. We are still technically in an uptrend. Throw in a volume profile here. All right, so we're below our volume range for this entire bull run, or at least the top portion of the bull run. We're below it right now, guys. So that's not good. That suggests continuation down. If we can't break back into this, I'm on the weekly time frame, and we've tried to break back into it now. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row now. So far, just wicked into it, unsuccessful to close a candle inside. So that is not good. Let's throw on a profile for this lower range we've been dancing around in for a couple months now. Oops. All right, so the lower range, let's drop down to the daily. Take a look here. Been in this range since November. We're above the point of control. We are in the range. We're above the point of control. So volume profile law would suggest that we could dance around here a little bit, maybe even retest the point of control, but we should ultimately come up into here. And let's throw our other range back on. If we did that, that would put us above the other value area low, which is our macro value area low. So then what you'd want to see is first of all, we're closing back inside of this value area range. Next target would be here, but you've got to get above the more medium term, let's call it value area high. So you'd want to flip this like this, and then you could continue up, and that's around the 96K area, which would be a really good target point of control of the macro range. You see that, guys? But as of now, we are below the macro range, so it's not good. Although I do think January's got some upside for us. So even though it doesn't look good now, the good news is we're in the lower profile. We are in it. We are above the point of control, which suggests continued upside. So we could easily break back into that. How are we doing on our bitter corn here? Okay, Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce here. I'd like to see a 3-minute green dot on Bjorn if we're lucky enough to get it. This looks like a good bounce, guys. We've recovered. We wicked off SFP this lower band of VWAP, and we are currently back above our big volume spike. This is a good long opportunity, guys. We got on the 3-minute, we don't have the Bjorn green dot yet, but we have volatility and extremes, and so far stochastic headed to the upside. I'd like to see confirmation here, but this looks like a good long trade, guys. Scalp long trade for continuation down. If you're not going to take this long and you want to trade, let's look for a continuation level. Right there there it is. Right there at VWAP. At the VWAP, we got 382. We got 382 at VWAP. Let's set an alert right there. That would be a good target if we reject from there to continue this short trade down, guys. But it's not a blind entry. We want to see confirmations. Hang on one second, guys. All right, let's go back to our macro. We got our alerts set. If you're long, great. Might hop in on this one, primed and ready. Thanos closed too soon. Hey man, you guys made profit. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. All right, back to the macro. So we know where we are. We're in the lower value area range. This is not a small range, though. It's not like the 1 minute time frame. I'm on the weekly, so this is about a 2-month range here, and we're above the point of control. Volume profile law suggests we come back to the value area high, which would put us back in the larger volume profile. So then we can hope to move up to the point of control. And if we can get to the point of control, guys, that's when you can look for a big move, because you see this volume gap right here. You can see a big move back up somewhere in this area to 103, 104K. So we want to see something just like this, okay? Come up here, boom, boom, flip that, point of control, flip it to there. Something like that. That would probably be all she wrote. That would probably be it, guys. And look what that would create. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Perfect. Perfect. Surely it won't play out like that. It couldn't be that easy, could it? It usually is. It usually is on the macro outlook. The problem is most people zoom into the 1 minute and all this chaos, they get lost. They get lost. But when you zoom out, it usually really is that easy. Anyway, that's what I'm looking for, guys. Move up to 103, 104, probably in the month of December, maybe early into February. That is exactly what I'm looking for. And then a move down. You guys already know my targets. Hang on one second, I gotta get a little lag. There we go. I can see myself on this other screen over here. And it was lagging. I just fixed it, but it throws me off. And if you don't know my targets, we're still on the weekly. My targets are 55 to 65K. This timeline is not accurate. I'm just drawing a box. Somewhere like that. Something like that. We could probably fib it. Let's fib it. I haven't fibbed it in a while. I can't remember what the fib says. Right there, that hits the golden pocket at the lower end of that. And you just got all this huge cluster of support. You can see it. You can see it all right there, that huge range. Support, or resistance, excuse me, resistance right here. Something like that. Push up into the point of control. Of course, it's not going to be a straight line down. Then you're going to hem haul around here for a little bit, and then boom, new bull run. Something like that. Got your nice, neat head and shoulders right down into your big support level, your golden pocket. Put a little bow on it. It's gift wrapped for you. Anyway, that's where I'm a buyer at. That is where I'm a buyer at. Not before. 55 to 65K. Thoughts? Thoughts? Where's everyone else's target? Somebody let me know your target. Let's take a look at our poll too. New Year's Eve, pump or dump. Fireworks high in the sky, fireworks for duds. 50-50. Yeah, 50-50. You already know where I stand. I think we dump. But I would like to see a little pump from here. Just a little retrace. Somebody give me your targets. I'm curious to see your targets for the bear markets. Are the lows in? Do we go up from here? You kind of in line with my targets, or do you think we go even lower? Somewhere in between? Let me know, guys. I'm really genuinely curious. Let's look at Cypher here. We got weekly green dot a couple of weeks ago. Still talking about macro. We got a weekly green dot with some divergences, guys. We got some divergences there and there with the green dot, but so far got a whole lot of nothing. I mean, you got a pretty decent move for like a 4-hour time frame, but nothing for a weekly move. So it doesn't mean it can't still happen. But there are times in the past where we've gotten weekly green dots and really didn't get much out of it. Here, I mean, if the situation was a little different here, I mean, yeah, you finally got to move out, but it was like 6 weeks later. I mean, it wound up being a bull run, but it took it about 6 weeks. So there's times that you've just done nothing for a little while before doing anything. This one, here, no, you got a 14% move, which even that's great. It's a big move, but it would have taken you weeks to get there. It's still kind of muted, but you're down in the bear market. Let's look at a comparable green dot on weekly compared to where we are now in the cycle, which is, in my opinion, trending towards the bear market. I mean, actually, technically already in a bear market, but you know what I mean. Headed out of the bull market. Is this the first one? Yeah, this is the first green dot headed out of the bull market, in my opinion. So that would be this dot right here. And you got nothing from it. Absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, you came down, which is pretty similar to what we're doing now. It did wind up rallying back up, but that was on the second green dot. Boom. That was on the second green dot. So guys, I don't I don't know what to tell you, but it has happened before to where you got nothing from a weekly green dot. It is very, very rare, but it does happen. And the last time that it happened was in a very similar situation that we're in now, which is the first big leg down from the top. However, I do think we have an upside January. Doesn't mean we can't come a little lower right now. Zup is thinking 70K. John says 55K at the lowest. Zup 70K. Salt chain. I'm hoping it goes closer to 50K mark just because I want that money to transfer into alts. So hoping for a little alt season. Can we look at BTC dominance? Yeah, we'll take a look at dominance. So I got a few of you responded, looking between 55 or 50 and 70K for you guys. Pretty good. I mean, it's kind of right there in line with me. It's a big zone. I definitely think we come into the low 60s at a minimum. What's Bitcoin doing? Trying to roll back over. Didn't get much on this little move up. This is why we didn't front run it, guys. We can still move up. We got a green dot on Cypher, but not on Bjorn, so it wasn't worth the move. Wasn't worth taking. West Coast, I've heard 72 is fair value and anything below is a bargain. Yeah. I mean, you see the 0.5 fib at 70 comes in right there at the previous all-time highs, right in there. Oops. This 382 is already taken out. We can remove that. I just think we come a little lower, but I could be wrong. I do think we just come into the low 60s, actually probably mid to upper 50s. This stuff is generally like if you were to shoot a bullet into water. It goes a little through and then kind of stops. Like if you've ever seen a video where they shoot it in those big gel blocks, it goes in, but it stops. It doesn't just ricochet off the top. And I know it can. It just depends if your top is like steel or if it's gel. But typically, just like here, you got this top area here. You can see all these tops. I'll connect several of them right there. These tops, when you came down into it, you shot down into it a little ways before you bounce back out. This momentum usually carries you down. You have a lot of people, if for no other reason, you have a lot of people looking for the bounce continuation, so they'll go ahead and enter longs here, and if they move price just a little bit lower, they'll liquidate them real quick and then move it back up out of there. So just depends on the liquidity there, but usually you go a little way into it. That's what we look for, the SFP, the swing failure pattern, because you usually go a little beyond it, but if it's strong support, you go a little way beyond it, and then rubber band kind of spring back up out of it. 34K by October 1st, 2026. Whoa, big 34K. Dude, I would, let me see, is that the 886? No, that's just beyond the 786. I would love to see that. That's not in my forecast, but I would certainly load up. I would pull out all reserves for that if we were to get that. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Can you imagine how cheap altcoins would be by then? Oh my gosh. Excuse me, guys. Let's take a look. Bittercorn. Trying to get a little W bottom here. We could pull out of here, guys. We could pull out of here. Getting the 1 minute dot on Bjorn. We could pull out of here, guys. Back into VWAP. That's what I'm looking for. Back into VWAP. Then we'll look when we get here, if we get here, we'll look for continuation down trade possibly. This thing might just roll over right here. It might just stiletto pattern us right down. It looks very weak. No Bjorn dot here. We got the cipher green dot, no Bjorn dot. Bitter corn. It's acting really bitter this morning. For sure acting bitter this morning. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Got a 3-hour Bjorn dot just popped up. Sorry about that. 3-hour Bjorn dot just popped up. However, I talked about this. We did a live Bjorn tutorial video yesterday for the VIP members. Volatility is headed down. I would not take this trade based upon this 3-hour red dot. I would not. I would want to see at some point, and it doesn't mean this can't play out, but what I would want to see at some point in time during this 3-hour candle, if you were watching it, even though you may miss part of the move, you'd rather have a higher probability move than, you know, enter willy-nilly and may work out or may not. I would want to see this tick back up a little bit, okay? You see volatility tick back up while stochastic is still headed down, you're good to enter. I'm good to enter. I would enter. But I would not take it as it is. And what could happen, guys, is price could come back up a little bit, maybe come back up and tag a VWAP while momentum or volatility is still headed down, and then it roll back over, and at that time, you see volatility tick up with stochastic headed down, and then you get your entry. So I would not blind enter on this dot. If volatility was headed up on this dot, I would go ahead and enter this, but it's not. So it's either going to fail or be a lackluster move to the downside, most likely, unless this ticks up at some point in the next 3 hours. All right, guys, last chance here. We're giving away $500. I'm going to do it in about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Last chance. If you're registered under my KCEX link, put a 1 in chat. I'm going to add you to the Wheel of Destiny. If you are not, go ahead and register. First of all, you get registered for this $500 giveaway. Secondly, lowest fees, free money. You cannot beat this exchange. I'm telling you, I'll never steer you wrong. If I can't vouch for something, I just won't say it. Use the link in the chat right now. Register. It'll take you 2 minutes. Once you've done that, come back, put a 1 in the chat. I'll give it 5 minutes, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Let me scroll back through. I think I've added everyone that put a 1 in the chat. Max, what's up, man? Didn't know you were here. I knew you had joined before, though. Good. Glad to see you. Uh-oh, getting yellow X's. Getting yellow X's, guys. If you are still in this short, I really hope nobody's chimed in. Well, a couple people have, but all my day traders, there's your red box. Good short. Come on, Bitcoin. For the rest of us who accidentally closed our trades, like myself, live on stream, let's pump back up to VWAP and give us a chance. It looks like it wants to stiletto right on off here, guys. This is a stiletto pattern. However, we are getting some 1 minute bullish divergences here, guys. but it is very, very, very weak. Very weak. Cat is registering now. Cool. We'll give it just a couple more minutes. We'll let you come back with your number one, and then we're going to hit it. Bitcoin wanted to break to the downside here, guys. One second, guys. I'm adding these couple people here. Oh, I turned my screen off. There I am. There it goes. Big spike to the downside, guys. Stiletto pattern wins again. Hope you guys are still on your short from the red box. Wow, it is still going down, guys. Maybe we can get the bounce here. This is not looking good for anybody long. It's exactly what we're called for. We're coming into those areas, guys. Broke that trend line, wiping all of this stuff out. Just like we called for. Coming into the area. No trade yet, guys. Hitting the daily naked point of control right now. We got the wheel. We got the wheel. See what Bitcoin's doing though. Might get a trade here. We're gonna do the giveaway. This would be nice if God, we got those yellow X's. Look at that, guys. If we could get up into here though, you see this? Same thing on a smaller scale that we just did. This might be good right here, guys. We could come up into VWAP. We're going to have to push right now if it's going to get it. If we get this 3-minute Bjorn dot here in 27 seconds, this might be good. We got volatility high. We need volatility to stay up with stochastic pointing up, and we might could get this move up, guys. Looking for the green 3-minute dot here in 15 seconds. Push Bitcoin. We want in on this. Maybe some, not really divergence. I don't know. It's pretty close. We did not get the green dot. We wait. Sorry guys, I was hoping to do a little more scalping, but instead all we got is our big trade. which is not too bad. There's Cats 1. All right. I already loaded you in, but I was waiting to see that one before we do the giveaway. Let's get the giveaway. You guys ready? I think we got everybody on here. Do we have everybody on here? We don't have everybody on here. No, we don't. Let's go back to the drawing board. I'm going to have to add folks into this. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to do it in just a second. Let me just go type in these few extra names. I'm sorry, guys. I messed this up. Gosh, I sure want to get in this trade. It just wants downside, guys. It's going to come take the rest of this. I hope you guys are in this short trade. What a good trade this morning, y'all. All right, now I got everybody at him. Let's hit the wheel. $500 giveaway for all you KCEX traders. Here we go. Wheel of Destiny. Aeons. I see you still didn't enunciate me how to say your name. Nice job. Congratulations. Congrats. Do me a favor. Go into Discord. In the Discord, you can open a ticket right under help and support. Open a ticket and send me your USDT wallet address, and I will send you 500 USDT today or whenever you send that to me. So go do that for me, and we will get you paid. Congratulations, and thanks for being a part of the Anthony Lee Crypto crew. Guys, we'll hang around for a few more minutes. I would like to get this bounce. If we get our confirmations, I will try to long this back to VWAP. Even though we're going against the trend, we have got to have a pullback. We've got to have a pullback continuation. I would like to take both trades. If you're not comfortable taking both trades, first of all, don't blindly enter it. Do not blindly, let me repeat, do not blindly enter, but our targets. Got the volume spike 382 right here. Could be a target, but I don't like it. I would still like to target VWAP right above this 0.5. Probably come into the golden pocket even. That would take some heck of a strength we have not been showing yet today, but something like this. Bearishly retest the bottom side of this downtrending orange line into the golden pocket, SFP of VWAP, continuation down. I would look to short trade this. I would possibly look for this, but I want to see my confirmations here. This The better trade is going to be at the golden pocket right there. Let me zoom out. You can see it right there a little bit better. You see the trend line we've been on, right? Everybody sees that trend line. Let me zoom out a little bit more. See that trend line? We broke through it, but we have not back tested up. I'd love to see a back test into that golden pocket. Rejection, come down for one more leg to the downside. Thanks all. Best New Year's ever. Yeah, you're welcome. Send me that wallet address. We will get you paid. Good job. So anyways, guys, we're looking for the long. If we could still move up here without our long confirmations, and it'll just have to go without me. But I will be laying in wait right here at the golden pocket VWAP area. Let me throw a box on it for you. But again, I won't just blindly take it. Look for my confirmations right in there. Love to see that. Be a great trade down. Not only that, not only do you have those confirmations of golden pocket, the VWAP, and the uptrending diagonal support, but you've also got right here your support levels that we bounced from all morning long right here. You see them. Bounce, support, right? Bearishly backtest that. Bearishly backtest that. Hit the golden pocket. SFP, VWAP. This is a good target trade area. Back down. That's what I'm looking for. Vector candle recovery. Whole lot of confluence right there, guys. That's what it's about. I mean, sure, you can find support or resistance from a single line, but when you can throw 3, 4, 5 things of confluence on one little zone, that's ideal. All right, guys, so we only have the one trade today on stream. That was a trade given to the VIP Discord in advance. It had already hit before stream had opened. Unfortunately, it's just been downside only since then, so there's really been nothing else to take, guys. I hope you guys took that trade. I'm probably going to get out of here. I'll probably do a little live VIP stream. If you're not in the VIP Discord, go to anthonyleecrypto.com. Join the VIP Discord and trade with us live. We do live streams on there trading, so go join us and trade with us, guys. And I hope you all have a great new year. No market open tomorrow, but I will do a stream tomorrow, but no market open, but I will do a live stream. So hopefully we can still make some trades, even though it'll probably be lower volatility, probably just be scalping opportunities, but we'll see what we can do, guys.